What's up?
Are you over 18?
Yeah.
Would you mind, I'll give you $20 to serve my wife paperwork for a divorce because I caught her cheating last week. You want to do it?
Yes, sir. I don't like cheaters.
Yeah, neither do I. Okay, you want to just move your bike off to the side?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what you have to do.
No worries. What in the f? This is like some GTA mission right here, dude. What? Oh, dude, this dude, I don't even know, like... I'll just park right there. SD legit. Official paper server.
Okay, so... I really appreciate this.
Not a problem.
I just filed this yesterday.
Okay.
And so I gotta get it served today because I'm going out of town tomorrow.
No worries.
So, I'll fill this out for you. So this is the case number. This is where it's going to be served at my house.
Okay.
I live 2 blocks that away.
Okay. As you can tell, I just got approached by some random dude whose was cheating on him. This dude's a he's in that Porsche Carrera right there. So I get to go break it to this and it's all going to be on footage and it's all going to go on YouTube. I'll see if I can learn out how to blur her face out, but if I can't do it.
This that you win. Trust me, I'll be there. The road that leads to heaven can be so steep. I will help you climb. Change your state of mind, baby. Where's your final place? Won't you understand?
Do you need me to follow you? Do you need me to follow you right now? No worries. Am I going to see the whole use and serve thing? I don't know. Holy shit. Definitely gonna go face maxed out. It's official, dude. Oh, this is for you, ma'am. You're being served papers. Thanks, dude. Sorry about that.
You got magic and the heart is my mouth.
What the That's so crazy. Holy.
She better hope the person she decided to cheat with doesn't mind her moving in, because she definitely won't be in that house for much longer. If we asked her what happened, she would likely play victim and say it's his fault she cheated because he worked too much and she felt neglected, as they typically say.
But I've seen so many more women cheat. And being a woman myself, I get to be an insider to the things that women talk about. And yes, they will admit to one another that they cheat, but you will never hear an ounce of remorse. They always victimize themselves. What they'll say is, instead of saying, you know what, I cheated, it was wrong, it was dishonest of me, it was betrayal, and I'll never do it again, what you will hear is, well, I cheated because I had to. He wasn't giving me what I needed and what I deserved as a woman. And all the other women will, jump right in and, be victims and victimize her, saying, oh, you poor thing. He should have treated you better. You take care of his kids and you do this and you do that. And he should have appreciated you more and you wouldn't have had to go screw another man. But it's really quite scary how they do that. But they're never remorseful, and they always shift the...
Into a car park in Perth, and this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. female parking. All right, so there's female parking there, and then there's the blue parking, which is the standard parking. Now I'm going to see if the spots are wider. This is the standard parking spot. It's almost like me length. Now we'll go to the women's one. This is me fully stretched out. It's at least 20% wider. And if you look up there, it's actually, this is the female parking area. I think that is disgusting. It is sexist. The city of Perth needs to be held accountable for their actions. Sexist city, not on.
You let him slip it?
Estoy en la esquina de
By accident?
y Curry.
I make too much money to let that happen.
What? How much money do you, how much money you make a year?
30,000 a year.
How much?
30,000 a year.
How much money you make at the end of the year?
I make 14,000 a month.
I'm not impressed.
¿Eso está
I
bien?
didn't ask you for your but I told you how much I make a month.
Good for you.
How do you make that in a month?
Déjale doy para
I
allá.
sell solar.
Solar?
Solar, yeah.
So you make 14 grand a month?
Bye.
Yes.
It takes more effort to order a pizza than it does to have a child. Well, hold on, I got this. Tell me this. Has anyone ever ordered a pizza by accident? Yeah, just open the door. How'd this pizza get here? I was hoping God would stop the pizza. I said I haven't had any. First of all, I've had a lot of pizza. Here's the thing. You can't just say, well, you haven't had any kids, so you don't know anything about kids. Because here's the thing. I've never flown a helicopter. If I saw one in a tree, I could still be like, dude,
If I had to guess, she has at least 3 kids by 4 different baby daddies. 4, because one of them doesn't know he's not actually the father and is simply her cash cow. They make terrible decisions and then get mad at anyone who calls them out for it or makes a joke about it.
You got a problem when I go into silent mode. Silent mode is where I find my inner peace in sticky situations.
Yeah, so I feel like you should be able to share your sticky situation.
But sometimes you are the sticky situation.
That's rude.
No, it's truthful. It's
Well,
transparent.
Yeah, so you should be transparent and say, like, this is my problem.
But sometimes I can't because
Why?
you're in bitch mode. So if you're in bitch mode, I'm going in silent mode.
But you're probably in silent mode because, but it's not. This is my gripe. I have a gripe. If I haven't, I'm having a bad day,
Yeah.
why am I not allowed to have a bad day?
Well, excuse me. When I want to just say a gripe, I get, what about you? Not, raw. What's your gripe? I get, but. And if you didn't, that's what I get. That's the responses I get. So excuse me.
Well, I feel like you're making this about you. This was my gripe. When I'm having a bad day,
My days.
they say, like, you should really try and listen to your partner.
No, you know what? You do listen, but you don't hear. You do listen. Women are great listeners, but they don't hear. They don't absorb. They don't take in. They listen and they react. 9 times out of 10. Disregard in the dictionary should have a definition of a woman's response.
Sometimes it's like, well, I can't help you on that. It's your gripe and it's valid because it's yours.
But you invalidate it with your disregard. And I will go into silent mode so I can find inner peace and come back to this at a later time.
Well, I think
but no, you want to do it now. And it has to be your way.
Well, I'd love to be in silent mode. I'd love it.
He hit the nail on the head when he said they listen, but don't hear. He explained it very clearly, yet instead of trying to understand, all she could think about was how she could make it about herself.
Who has the final say in a relationship, you or your man?
I think the woman, me.
Okay, let me ask you a
like-
question. Should the person that has the most responsibility have the most authority?
I think all in all, yeah.
All in all, yeah. Then who has the most responsibility in a relationship, the man or the woman? Generally.
I think the man.
The man.
Mhm.
So shouldn't the man have the authority?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that means that the man should have the final say.
Gotcha, bitch.
So my TikTok made it on this guy's Instagram Reels, Dejan,
Dijon Mustard.
It's Dejan, but thank you.
He names a couple of people whose lives have actually been ruined by false accusations. Okay, next, can you make a video saying all the rapists that have not been held accountable for their actions? Oh, you probably can't, because it would probably take you a year long to read all these rapists that have gotten away with it.
Again, what is y'all's obsession with bringing up narratives that weren't really relevant to a point that you literally brought up? I'm not the one making the claim that assaulters don't exist. I'm not making the claim that victims of these assaults don't matter. I'm very obviously the logical one in whatever this is, and since you recognize your take was dog, you gotta attempt to balance it out by bringing up narratives that I never disagreed with.
Also, he says, also, you're chopped. Pot meat kettle. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're chopped? Saying I'm chopped? Okay. We're on the same playing field then, buddy.
Same playing field, huh? You're right, you're right.
A guy who wants to defend rapists is calling me chopped while he looks like this.
What the fuck?
Congratulations, naming a couple men who might have had their lives ruined by false accusations, which could very well be not false, because as we know, the criminal justice system doesn't actually hold rapists accountable.
There we go. There we have it. It's called the no accountability pipeline. False allegations don't really matter. Am I right, guys? Oh, you guys think they do matter? Well, they probably aren't false to begin with. 100 of whatever this thing is versus accountability. And the funniest part of it all is that somebody in the comments says, yeah, he's a piece of crap, but let's not purposefully mispronounce black people's names. It's a sensitive topic for a lot of black folks. And just like the dog you are, you bow down and say, my bad, I really just didn't know. And just like every activist born after 2000, she didn't even know what she was talking about. She lied to you and said that my name is Dijon, and you liked the comment like a good boy. So not only are you chopped, not only are you low IQ, but you also have no backbone. You should pick a struggle.
I knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking you're sensitive about, maybe you don't get along with your dad, and in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so mad, you just call them a c***. That's what it is. And trumps all the bull they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a c***. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just going to grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay, you're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right, don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little, just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument. Okay, it's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you will love this next video. I will see you there.